Hey, 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 scrappy people. It's Tracy Reed here today with day number, oh my goodness, 7? Nope, 6. 6? Nope, 7. Yep, day 7 of December daily. So for day 7, we went to see A Christmas Carol at the University of Tennessee, and it was glorious. It was amazing. And imagine how thrilled I was to find out that their program booklet was almost exactly a 6x8. It was just a little bit tiny bit taller than 6x8. And so I decided to use it for my flip out for this page. So I trimmed it down, and then I actually flipped it inside out so that the cover of the program was on the inside, because on the outside I had this picture of the set that I wanted to take, or that I wanted to use, that I loved so much, and I thought it would be a really dramatic entrance to day number 7. So on the inside of the program booklet, I'm creating this little 6x8 layout. I decided to include this 4x6 photo of me and the boys at the play, and then I am going to just build a little layout on the inside with it instead of blowing it up to another 6x8. It wasn't a great picture because it was dark and it was inside and we're in a theater. B, because I just wanted to do something different than the 6x8s I've been including, which feels like every other spread I'm including a 6x8, which is awesome because that means that I am including photos and taking photos that I really love. So I am using the Very Merry die cuts here and building up a cluster to, I didn't want to put any journaling on this page, so I'm just trying to decorate it in a way that I really like. All of my journaling is going to go on a 4x6 card later in the spread, which you will see. So I got out the 4x6 stickers and I got out some of this washi tape. I love this washi tape. I'm going to overuse it, I think. It is metallic red and white candy stripes, and it is so cute. Now I'm going to adhere everything down to finish up this spread, or not spread, this part of the spread. You will be happy to know that I put an ATG on my Christmas list, and I will be getting one, whether or not it comes under the tree or not. In fact, I might not be able to wait until Christmas. I might just have to buy myself a Christmas present. I went to, or my local scrapbook store has 12 days of Christmas deals, and I kid you not, I got 10 rolls of ATG tape the other day for $20. That's $2 a roll, which is amazing. So I went and bought them even though I don't have an ATG yet. So now they're all just sitting there, and I'm like, maybe I should just go buy an ATG. Oh my goodness. Scrapbooker problems. So I wanted to add a little bit more layering to that spread. So I used some of the patterned washi stickers from the 4x6 stickers to add just a couple more strips of pattern that weren't the cards that I included. So I'm going to add some gold Heidi Shine to the outside edges, and I will call this one done. And I'm going to let it dry, so I'm not going to put it in the album yet. I got a little bit on the edge of the photo over there, so it's going to take a little while to dry, so I want to make sure I just put it to the side and let it do that. So there's the photo that I was talking about that I really wanted to use as the main entrance into this spread. And so I'm going to add the words A Christmas Carol to the bottom of the photo in these beautiful gold thickers. And because I'm putting them directly on the photo, which means that they're going to be super sticky, I'm just going to use this little transparency card to build my title before I put it on the photo so that I don't mess up the photo. So I'm just going to start spelling out Christmas, which is the biggest word in the title. Once I have that set up, then I can build the rest of my title around it and I won't have to worry. So there we go. A Christmas Story, or A Christmas Carol. And I glued those down so that they won't fall off magically. And then I just put some little hearts off of the office sheet. That's perfect. I don't want to add anything else to this because I really love the photo as is. So now I have this black and white striped acetate? No, I don't remember what they're called. Bag. And I have my tickets in there, and I have the parts of the program in there. And I'm going to just add my number to that. But first, well, let me explain what I'm doing here. I'm just adding a little tab to turn the page, to open it up and close it. So I did add, I guess, one more thing to it, but I added it on the very, very edge so it wouldn't detract from the photo at all. So I'm adding word strips so that there's little words on the tabs for when I put that layout in there at the end. Okay, now we're moving on. There's a layout. Heart. What else am I putting? Oh, another heart. Okay. Still not putting it in there, though, because it's not quite dry. All right, so now I'm going to work on this vellum bag. I don't remember what kind of bag it is. And initially I was going to use the 7 from the Very Merry line, but I really loved the way that that Studio Calico 7 looked on the bag. So I'm going to use that instead. And I'm just going to layer a few items. I thought about matting it in paper, but I really like the way it looks directly on the bag. So I'm just going to add a few items to the cluster to really just decorate it. These are from the crepe paper line. Fa la 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 la. And so I'm adding those. There we go. And I don't even feel the need to add string to those tags. I like it the way it is. Just a chipboard piece down here at the bottom, and we are good to go. And I'm adding a couple of these gold stars. And I think one more. Making sure to glue them because they will come off this bag because of all of the crinkling of the bag. You can see what's inside it. It's a letter from the director, the cast list, and a write-up about A Christmas Carol and our tickets. There we go. So this is the side of the bag I'm going to put the journal card on. And I printed out my journaling on the printer because I had a lot to say and I knew I wouldn't be able to write small enough to fit it. So I'm just going to add a couple things to this. Of course, I don't know what I'm adding. I decided to add this December. It's black with gold foil. And so I'm going to add it to this outside edge right here. And of course that leaves a sticky gray circle on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a circle from pattern paper that's slightly larger than that chipboard piece. And I'm just going to adhere it directly to it, and I'm going to center it so that when it's peeking out around the edges of the chipboard, you can actually see it. So I'm going to do it from this side so that I can tell. There we go. And tuck it underneath all of this stuff. Beautiful. I like it. Imagine that. Making sure that that chipboard won't come off. Now I'm going to add a couple of gold word strips to play off the gold on the December chipboard. You know me, I can never use just one. I have to cluster them. And then one up here somewhere. Aha. Okay, so last but not least, I have these photos. And now these are 3 selfies, one with each of my boys. And then I also took 2 promotional photos from the internet of the production because you're not allowed to take pictures, of course, during the play. So I just snagged some off the internet, which Yeah, made it easy. And there were probably better pictures than I could have taken, even though we were front row. Yes, I got front row tickets and I was so excited. It was so awesome. The boys had a great time, and so did I. It was a really fantastic production with great acting. I went back and forth between smiling and laughing and nodding along and crying almost sometimes, because it was just that good. And normally I'm not huge into, like, I guess theater. I guess I could say that. I mean, I enjoy theater, but most of the time I don't really get transported into the show. Like, not in the way that I often do with movies. I feel like, yes, I'm sitting in a theater watching a play. This time, though, it was so well done, I didn't feel that way. And so that's why I had so much to say about the experience, because it was just really phenomenally done. So I decided to put a little sticker underneath that December. And of course, when I did, I had to pull that December off and re-glue it, because it really stuck to the bag. Now I need to rearrange some of these cards, because I feel like they're not in the right place. So I decided to use this card that's actually a 4x6 from Photo Play paper. It's from the Mad for Plaid or whatever, Plaid Christmas, something like that. It's from that line, and I really just wanted to use the right hand side that said "May your hearts be merry," and I thought it cut off just fine with that little tree on the side, and I'm just going to add a couple of little stickers to it. There. Now it doesn't even look like it was a 4x6. So then I decided to rearrange everything, and I like this arrangement better than I liked the other arrangement. I felt like the chipboard piece was kind of heavy, and having it next to the card was throwing everything off. I still think, though, that I am going to rearrange it again because that's how I roll. So I'm looking through some of my supplies. I don't want to over embellish this side of the spread, so I'm just going to add a couple stickers to it. This one said something about a magical moment. A little heart. I'm not even going to put anything on those two inside photos. So I seriously hemmed and hawed about what I was going to put on this photo forever, and I ended up just putting some gold stars on it, and that's why I rearrange it once I have that done, because those gold hearts and those gold stars next to each other really bugged me. So I decided to put them catty corner to each other, and I thought that the visual weight was better. Even though it still has that Joy chipboard, I felt like the gold stars had more visual weight than that Joy chipboard did. So now I'm going to adhere this down, and I am almost set. And I will show you how it all comes together. So, if you enjoyed this video, if you like this spread, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I will be bringing you December daily inspiration all month long. Thank you.